Alright, what's going on, everybody? Alright, so today we're going to be doing some bush hogging. I borrowed a tractor because my PTO's out on mine at the moment. I got to split that tractor and figure out what went wrong, what happened. But we need to get the back pasture bush hog because we're trying to fix the fence where we can finally move the cows down here. And we're hooked up to the same bush hog I've had. I don't know if I've had it on camera yet, but it's one of my neighbors. He let me borrow it indefinitely until he needs to use it and ask for it back. He told me to just keep it. But today, this is real grown up. I'll see if I can move you. Oh well, y'all can see it. There's the tractor right there. It's a Massey 231. But all this is really grown up. I got y'all back here in the shade. Hopefully the camera won't overheat. It's a little cheap camera. I don't know how well it'll do with the heat. It already has half a battery, so. And I just cut it on, but that's what happens. Alright. So we're going to do some bush hogging, try to clear this up. I figure I'd make a video. Haven't made one in a while. Hopefully y'all can see how it goes from this to getting it cleared up. Where we're actually standing right now is my deer hunting spot that I will be in here in 3 weeks. And I just decided to get this first before we worry about the rest of the field. But alright, I'm going to start up, get back to work, and if y'all watching, thank you. And please like, comment, subscribe, and come back, check us out for more. And wouldn't you know, somebody left some old baling twine out here in the field. Yep, that would be where our noise is coming from. Oh yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, that's a big mess of it. I'll put it over here in this brush pile. I gotta burn it anyway. I can't run over that, so at least we'll know where it's at now. Yeah, I was hoping this battery was gonna last longer. If you buy a cheap camera, that's one thing I will say. The batteries die fast. You're not gonna get a lot of battery out of it. But maybe one of these days we'll upgrade. But since I got a minute, and I don't want the batteries to die, I'll go over this bush hog. It's an old model. The neighbor who let me use it, I took it and I greased everything up good. I drained his oil out of gearbox and put fresh fluid in it. If you get somewhere and you have neighbors nice enough to loan you something, if they ever need it back, well, most of the time they will need it back, but before it goes back, make sure it's nicer than when you borrowed it. That's the good way to get somebody to let you use something. If you take back their equipment nicer than it was when you borrowed it, more than likely, if you ever need to use anything again, they're going to let you use it. This actually is the Bush Hog brand. It's old school. I don't know the exact date on it, but she's still a trooper. She's old. She's been running good. But I'm going to cut the camera off and I will see y'all again here in a little bit. Oh yeah, y'all still with me. I had to stop for a minute, I tell you. I wanted to give a little shout out. You know, my little niece Kenzie, her parents told me that she loves watching these videos. And I just want to say, Kenzie, Uncle Tyler loves you. And you keep on watching, baby. Alright, we're going to get back to work. Yep, this is why you stop every so often. Alright. See if I can get y'all a good view of this. There's your shear bolt that goes in your PTO. I really need to get a longer bolt and make it where you can put a pin through here, drill a hole through it. But see this right here? That side's not moving, this side is. Yeah, that's not supposed to happen. So, lucky for me, I planned for this, and this tractor has a little toolbox on the side of it. We'll set y'all right down here. Or maybe we won't set y'all right down there. So we'll get you a handy dandy 9/16 wrench from Ace Hardware, and your pliers, because you're too lazy to go back in the house and get another 9/16 wrench. Went to Ace Hardware today to get some bolts to put in this, just for this, and I had to shave the washers down. I don't know how well y'all can see. Had to shade the side of the washers down so they fit in there. By the way, if you use a grade 8 bolt, it works as a shear pin. I know it don't sound like it will, but it does. A grade 8 bolt is so hard that whenever it hits something, it just breaks. See, if you use grade 5 or something like that, they hit something, they bend, they don't break all the way. But if you use a grade 8, it breaks and just snaps right off. So you can use a grade 8 bolt as a shear pin. But I got some lock washers at Ace Hardware while I was up there, and those are the worst lock washers I've ever used in my life. You tighten them down one time, they already don't have no spring left in them. So hopefully it'll last a little while longer, and we'll stop after a while and check it again just to make sure. Alright, I'm going to set y'all back up on y'all. Y'all like my tripod? Got that on Amazon. Look at that. Fancy. So we're going to set y'all back up on there and get back at it. I moved y'all out of the way of the brush pile so I could get to the camera easier. But there's not a whole lot left to show you right here. I've got this open as about as much as I'm going to get it open for my deer stand. It's actually right there. It's a hawk. What's it called? I don't know. Something about fat people. It works awesome. That's not what it's called. Denali. Big Denali. That's what it is. But anyways, if you ever decide to get one, I would highly recommend it. That thing is comfortable. I'm used to the Walmart little 2-man tree stand that really means one fat guy tree stand. But this Hawk Big Denali, whew, I mean, that's a damn recliner right there. It's got the cushion seat like you'd find out on, what are they? Your patio set, you know, the little cloth seats and everything. It's comfortable, son. You got to try to fight not to go to sleep while you're in the deer stand. But I'm willing to take that chance. I'd rather fight to go to sleep than sit on a steel bar and my ass hurt for a week after deer hunting. But alright, I think I'm going to move y'all again to somewhere else where I can get some more bush hogging in. And we're going to get back to it. Alright, I'll see y'all shortly. Alright, I found y'all a spot with some shade out here. They ain't everywhere unless you get close to the wood line. But right here it's pretty nice. Probably gonna call my wife, get her to bring me something to drink down here. But I'm gonna pan around and let y'all see. We've done a good bit of bush hogging. I say we like there's a rat in my pocket. I've done a good bit of bush hogging. At least I think it's a good bit. But let me loosen you up. It was all like, it's not all like that last part, but it was a good bit. There's an old barn that's been on this property for, I think 50 years is what they said, how long it's been on here for. But if you, this actually used to be connected to my neighbor's property, and right there through the woods, let's see how well this zoom works. I don't know if y'all can make it out. Am I looking at it right? Right, if I can get my finger in here, that is the roof of an old dairy barn. So you can even go in a little more, but it gets grainy. You can just barely make out some rusted tin right there. That's the roof of an old dairy barn. They used to milk cows through all this property, and they split this property in half when they got rid of it. Sold it off. Well, actually, I take that back. They didn't exactly split it in half. They cut a piece off for one of the nephews, and he lives over there where that dairy barn is, and it's all grown up, and maybe he'll sell it to me one day. But the old man that used to own this property, he passed away, and it got sold to another one of his nephews. But he's actually, the man that passed away is actually the one that built my house. And the one that used to own all the property, there used to be a house back behind this barn. It's more like an equipment shed than a barn, but he used to live there. And he passed away many years ago. But he was the one who originally owned all this, and then his son's the one that built my house that passed away. And his the one that owned all the thing that lived back there, his grandson is now the one who has that property. And but I'm hoping one day they'll actually try to sell it back to me. This piece of property I'm trying to bush hog and get cleaned up. This spot back here, this back pasture, is 10 acres. And then we go back to the wood line, and it goes a little bit into the wood line. This is not the wood line. The wood line's back here. That's just the stuff I got to get bush hogged. And then it goes all the way back up to the front of the property. If you were to walk around the entire perimeter of our property, it'd be 1 mile. It's 24.06 acres. And I think that spot over there with the dairy barn, I believe it's just over 7 acres. But those people, the people that owned all this, they actually used to own the other side of the road, down the road. They had a couple hundred acres back in the day. But alright, we're going to try to get back to doing some more bush hogging. Hopefully this battery will hold out. I gotta walk back down there and get the tractor and come up here and start. Alright. Alright, we're back again. Well, we got good news and bad news. The good news is I got a good bit bush hogged. I didn't come over here and cut the camera back on. I was just trying to get some work done. So, got a good bit bush hogged. The bad part is I lost a bolt. So, how I said I had to stop every once in a while, I guess I went a little too long. I didn't stop and it backed itself out. I'll get some Loctite and put on it. It's just I started bush hogging today. I didn't know this was going to be an issue, because I actually had the original shear bolt sitting on the bush hog, and my chickens decided they wanted to get into the grass seed that was on the bush hog, and so the original bolt's gone. What I needed is about 10 years of rust on a bolt to hold it on there. But since we can't have that with a new bolt, we're apparently I also lost my phone. But I'll get a new bolt tomorrow. We're gonna call it quits for the day. It's a little late, I think. Don't know where my phone is. But yeah, it's hot out here, and I can tell I've been out here a while. Oh look, there it is. Late, it's only 4:11. Well, it's not really that late. It's still hot. It's still a little warm out here. It's cooler than it has been most days. Tomorrow it's supposed to be even cooler. So tomorrow tomorrow's another day. We'll just get back at it then. It's hard to get all this done at one time. There's a lot to go through. It's really a slow process out here because the stuff is so thick. It's hard to get it. It's hard to go fast through it because you don't know what's in there. And this property was grown up when I bought it. I've never had it mowed down, and I'm actually excited to kind of be able to finally get it mowed down. But I'll show y'all a little bit. We've got some stuff bush hogged. How well you can see it. We've got a good bit. This is a decent sized pasture, so